I know, you're very cute. You're super cute. You're the cutest. I know. You're so cute. I love you. I do, I love you. Shall we get on with the video? Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. Cinnamon has joined us for our intro today. Today I'm just going to do a little bit of a chill bareback ride. Kind of do whatever she's up for doing. Essentially, to give some perspective, because I know a lot of you have known Cinnamon in the past, she had some issues with her hocks the last year or two, and I've had vets out, farrier out, physio out, saddle fitter out, and kind of ruled pretty much everything out, except for that she has a little bit of arthritis in her hocks and stifles, which just means she's not as comfy with the collection work. Excuse me. Hey! She's so right. Alright, we have to finish the intro. Yeah. That's what I was saying, is essentially, she can do whatever she's up for doing, and the more movement is actually the better. Nope, that's not. There's no for knocking over. The more movement she does is actually better for her joints. So I'm just going to hop on Bareback today, and it might be a walk trot ride, might be walk trot canter. We might do a little more, we'll see, and it entirely depends on how she feels. And she's a pretty communicative little lady, so she will definitely tell me how she feels. Don't need to worry about that at all. But yeah, it's going to have a fun, chill bareback ride. I know, you're very itchy. This horse is the coolest. I love her. And that's the cool thing, is even though she is definitely can be a spicy lady, she's the one that I can get on bareback and not even worry about. For reference, I didn't ride her yesterday. I gave her a light lunge on Monday and rode her super lightly on Sunday. And I trust her enough to just get on her bareback. So let's hope you don't prove me wrong. Yeah, you're so cute. Shall we get on with grooming? Shall we get on with it? Alright, I'm going to give her a quick groom, slap some boots on, my bareback pad, and we'll be ready for a ride. Alright, let's give you some sketches. This is literally her favorite. I know. What? You're so cuddly. I will say, I do try at least once a week to tack her up in her stall, because she's so cuddly when you tack her up in her stall. You just love it. You like all the attention. Let's go get your booties. For reference, I use the thin line bareback pad and it is amazing. It's amazing, huh? I just prefer to ride in a bareback pad. I have ridden her plenty without one, but it's just more comfortable for both of us. She gets a little weird, especially in the canter work. Like when she's bareback, her hair like gets a little bit rubbed the wrong way and it doesn't make her the happiest. So she's good with it, but it's just better with a bareback pad. And this one has the thin line technology, so it has a lot of impact absorption. So it's really good for her back too. So there's no lose here. No, there's not. And then for boots, I just use the Lamia mesh brushing boots. They're amazing because they breathe super well, especially in Southern California where it is obscenely warm all the time. And then her bridle is just an anatomical bridle. It's kind of a knockoff Micklem almost. I rode her in a Micklem for many, many years until it broke. And I'd like to get her a new one, but I just bought this one off of a friend because it fits very similar. And it was a fraction of the price. But it does a pretty good job. All right, my pony's ready. I'm not, as you can see. So I'm gonna pop her over to my locker, throw my boots and helmet on, and I'll see you guys when it's time to get on. Boots on, helmet on the pony, all ready to go. I did end up putting a neck strap on just in case I need something to grab onto. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I'm just gonna take her out for a good long walk and maybe take her up a little hill that we have as a good little warm-up, and then I'll take her into the ring. Oh, look how pretty the sunset is. I love it. I did also just realize I completely forgot gloves. So I have a shirt on that has like little thumb holes, and that's the best we get today, unfortunately. Alrighty, and after our little walk around the property, we came into the ring, and as you will see when I pan around here, I did set out a little jump. So it was a little bit ambitious of me, but I figured as long as she's feeling good in the trot and the canter, we could just pop a little cross rail, have a bit of fun. This is something she absolutely adores, as you will see. The second she realizes she's jumping, she's super forward. Her ears are absolutely trained on the jump. So, as I mentioned earlier, I don't really have any agenda with Cinnamon right now. I'm just letting her do whatever she's up for doing, so long as it's not too taxing on her body, because I do want her to last. I want her to hold up, and I want to continue to be able to continue enjoying her as a riding horse, because she is a really cool horse and she's very talented in a lot of different ways. And so being able to incorporate jumping and pole work, if it's something she enjoys, I like to include quite a bit of it. So starting off, we're just doing a little walk trot, and then I'm going to walk her over this jump. Like I said, probably the smallest jump you've ever seen in your life. But I did want it small enough that I could just walk her over it, So I didn't include all the walking clips, but I did walk her over it several times, both directions, just to make sure she was super confident. Like, worst comes to worst, you can literally walk over it. So we're just kind of going through our normal warm up, which is a little walk, trot, canter, some circles, some um, little leg yields, kind of from the quarter line to the wall, getting her as laterally supple and as longitudinally, aiming for longitudinal suppleness. Don't ask me why I couldn't pronounce that word. But just trying to get her as supple as possible. Obviously, she's not as supple as she has been in the past, especially when she was in her prime for dressage. But we're just looking for a happy pony and relaxed pony. And if I can get her over her back and get her to be a little bit more supple, that's definitely a plus. But also just remembering that I am bareback, so that does make things a little bit more challenging. But she actually goes really well bareback, and I'm pretty happy with how I'm able to ride her without a saddle. Just taking a little bit of a walk break before we do a bit more. Again, I was super pleased with how she was going in the trot and the canter. So I was more than comfortable incorporating the little cross rail that we had set out. So we started in trot, just popped it. She said that's absolutely no big deal. So I went ahead and just did it the other direction right away because there was no need to just do it again. It's not something I need to drill over and over again. She was super confident over it, so I wasn't worried. So we're just going to trot it this direction as well. Again, just make sure she's comfy, feeling confident, feeling good about herself. But yeah, just pops it, lands in canter. You'll see a theme. We like to drift to the left after the jump. That doesn't change. And then we just popped it in the canter. Again, absolutely no big deal. It's a little bit hard to tell from this angle, but we did get a few long spots. So I did try it a few times just to get the striding right before I put it up. Just because I want to make sure we were super comfortable with being able to get a nice stride into it. So that one was a little bit of a long shot. You can tell even from this angle. But I think the next one is the one we get where she actually does a pretty decent job. And you'll notice she often lands in the wrong lead. She's just not quite as balanced as she used to be, and as a result, kind of lands in the wrong lead. But like I said, that's more of a balance and strength issue, and also why we're not jumping very big. We're jumping a tiny little cross rail. But this kind of stuff and jumping in general has always been really easy for her. She's always been really good at finding a distance and being able to sort herself out. Did get her a little close to that one. Again, I was used to her taking off like a stride or two out. And so I was like, let me ride closer to the jump. And she was like, you want closer? Let me show you closer. And we got a little bit too close. But came around and did it, and she jumped it absolutely lovely. Oh, not the straightest coming into it, but she's very honest about it. And then my lovely boyfriend put the jump up for us. So just popped in a quick circle there to pick up the canter, make sure the quality was all good, and then just popped down over this. Again, it's still pretty low, still super easy for her. She has definitely jumped bigger. But she just sailed right over it, was super good. And it's so cute. If you watch her ears, like they lock onto the jump. And then she's like, okay, let's go. Don't worry, just hang on, I got this. She truly is such a saint. Like I said, it speaks a lot to her personality that I can basically do all of this completely bareback after not having ridden her the day before and just a light lunge the day before that. She truly is incredible because she's not a lazy horse at all. She definitely has an engine, but she's just turned into such a cool horse that I can trust completely. The striding to the right, I think we had a little bit more of a hard time finding a good distance. Also not straight. I'm jumping way off to the left of the jump and then drifting afterwards. But I think I was just so happy with how good she was being that I wasn't paying attention. All right, and I think this is the last time we go through it because we got a really nice stride to it and she was just so good. I had the biggest smile on my face after this ride because she just had so much fun. She was such an angel, and really just felt like she was enjoying herself and super proud of herself at the end of the ride. So I did just throw in 2 changes at the end. Changes come really easy to her, and I like to do them every so often just to make sure they're still there. When we were training dressage, one of the last things we were working on when we were in like full training was doing our 3s and our 4s, which she had so much fun with, but obviously is requires a certain level of collection that she cannot physically do at the moment. So instead, just doing a change that doesn't, I'm not asking for multiple, just asking for one on the diagonal, so she can have a bit of fun. And at the end, because she had so much energy, I was just like, all right, if you want to go, you can just go. So I just kind of give her a little more of an open canter and then just let her go on this long side. And she took full advantage. She thought that was so much fun. And then just to cool her off, I finished the ride doing some trot work, trying to slow down her little turbo legs, because when she gets excited, she moves those little legs so fast. So again, just trying to get her to calm down a little bit, slow down the rhythm, try to let her neck out a little bit so she's not coming behind the vertical, which she does rather love to do. But oh my god, her little trot is just the cutest. Absolutely love this horse. She is truly a once-in-a-lifetime pony. And just like that, our ride is done. I just was so unbelievably happy with this ride because she was so much perkier and so much happier to be going and have a job than she had the few rides before this. And I was just so excited we were able to do everything we did on this ride. And it wasn't a terribly long ride, but it definitely gave me a high for the rest of the week. She was just so incredibly good. And a very happy little pony. Alright everyone, that is today's video a wrap. She was so good, and most importantly, she was so happy and literally just had such a good time. You guys will have seen, like, the second I turned the corner, her ears just absolutely latched onto that jump, and she just had the time of her life. So that's the most important. It wasn't anything crazy, just a bit of fun, and we didn't take too many long spots, which is good because we are kind of known for that. But no, she was absolutely fantastic. I'm really, really happy with how she went and how happy she was to go. As you can see, we're running out of daylight, so I apologize if the lighting wasn't the best. But as I mentioned, I think earlier, our barn is in a canyon, so we don't get the best lighting in the evening. But yeah, I am just going to finish cooling her out. I'm gonna take her for a little bit more of a walk. She got quite sweaty. My wonderful and fabulous boyfriend has put my jumps away, which is very nice of him. So I am just going to sponge her off and throw her a flake of hay, and she will be all tucked in for the evening. As always, if you liked today's video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any other video ideas, feel free to leave them in a comment down below. I'll try to make them happen. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Yes. Hello. Would you like a cookie?